Hey, what's up guys, Andre here. This is a video of my deck. This is a Flamvell Monarch, and I'm going to show you guys the deck list of the deck I have. So I start off with one Gorse. This deck runs on backfield, so Gorse is really good because of that. One Mole, it's my tech. Mole's really good. You can bounce synchros. Obviously, big monsters that get in the way. It's a very good card. It's just a tech of mine. It's been doing pretty good. I've been trying it out, and it's putting in some work. Let's see. I run 3 Spies and 1 Descent. The 3 Spies, a Spy can search for another one. The third one can get that Descent, so you don't just have a dead draw, really. Plus, the chances of you drawing is really good because you have it at 3. This deck really relies on the Spies and the Hamsters. 2 Hamsters. Simply because the Hamsters get the Rykos. Rykos are backfield control, so you can synchro safely and do what you gotta do in this deck. And you can use the Spies and the 2 Nimbles for synchros, because I run 3 Magician in here. So you can go level easy. And on top of that, I run 3 Kaias, so these are very good cards for the Kaias. They have high defense, they're +1s, and they stay in the field most likely. The chances of them dying is very small, but it will happen obviously, but it doesn't happen too much, especially in the beginning. Very beginning of the game, they most likely stay there, they don't die really. And then Ryko mills the Flamvells, so you can re-killing them later in the game, which are good. The Descent's good, +1, and then you just pop a card for free, and then you can synchro with him, or Kaias, something like that. So that's a really good card. And of course the 3 Kaias I was talking about. I run 3 in this build. Kai's really good against Blackwing. Remove their Armor Master, Armoring. They have a Sirocco on board, just remove that so they can't value later. They take 1,000 for any Blackwing, of course. Plus it's good to remove a threat, maybe like an Oppression, something like that. You can remove whatever's a threat, of course. And then the little doggies, 3 of them. And then 3 Magicians. At first I thought 3 was too much, maybe 3 dogs, 2 Magician, but 3 is actually good since I have a bunch of level 4 flips. I can go level 8 easy. Plus I have the Kais, so when I go re-killing, I can re-killing them back, tribute for Kais, stuff like that, so they're really good for that purpose. And that's why I run 3 of each. Okay, and then I run 2 Krebons. I only have one, the other one somewhere, but it's 2 Krebons though. Reason why I run 2 Krebons is because they're level 2 tuners, easy access to level 6. I can go Krebons and Nimble or Krebons and Spy for level 6. The only way I can go level 6 without the Krebons is a Magician and a Ryko. Rykos most of the time die, but I do flip it sometimes, stays on board, pop something, and then I go level 6. It happens, but this is a safer and easier way because you can negate, so I can KS or synchro level 6, so it's good. Then I run for spells, I run 1 Mind Control, 1 Brain. With synchroing, Mind Control is a must nowadays. Brain Control is a staple. Especially mirror match, Mind Control is really deadly because you can take their Spy or there's Nimble and you can plus off of that since you run the same thing. Pot of Avarice, very very good card. Pot of Avarice, I run 2. It's good, you can recycle your deck and reuse all your cards. It's a +1 as well. And you'd be surprised how many times this card has saved me. This is a very very good card. It helps a lot. It's become a staple for these kind of decks. And then backfield control is 1 Tornado, 1 MST, 1 Heavy, and 1 Cold Wave. 1 of each, so there's 4 of them. Very good. I don't run backfield really, so these are really good cards against my opponents. Okay, 1 of each. Re-killing, I run 3. First I thought 3 was too much. But it's actually good because you do mill. So if you mill 1, you only have 1 left. If you mill the second one, then you have none left. You don't need re-killing, you can win without it, but it's just a combat card or a safety card. If you're if you're in trouble, you're top decking, this is a card that you will come back with, and 3 is really good, so in case you mill 1, you have that extra one. And then I run 3 book. Same thing, if I mill 1 book, I still have other books left. Books are really good against stopping synchroing. You just book the tuner and they can't synchro. Stuff like that, or maybe you can book a thread. If they have a big monster, you can book it, run it over with Flamvell, and then you can plus with the Magician, synchro, stuff like that. You can abuse, another thing why I run 3 is because you can abuse your Spies, your Raikou and your Nimble. You can abuse them. You can just flip them, plus book it, and then flip it again for another one, for another card, and then you plus off of that. So they're really good. They're really good cards for this deck. That's why I run 3 of each. And then for traps, I run 2 Threatening Roars and 3 Deep Prison. 3 Prison is good against Stardust. You know, you can't negate. It's good against big monsters, Goyle, stuff like that. You can't My Body's My Shield. Very, very good card. A lot of people main this card now. It's become a staple now that it's common. It's easier to get. Threatening Roar is good because the Machine deck and the Rescue Cat can OTK. So you gotta be careful for that. You know, Threatening Roar is always good to protect you from OTKs. Or sometimes you need to protect that one monster so you can synchro or something with it. Like, so, and that's it. That's just the deck. 40 cards. And that's the deck list for that. And then for my side deck, let's see, for my side deck, I have 2 Trapstun. Decided 2 Trapstun is better over 2 Dust Tornado, even though I was doing 2 Dust Tornado first. Trapstun is better because you can negate their Deep Prison, their Torrential if it goes off, stuff like that. With Dust Tornado, it's too late to pop it, so it won't work, but Trapstun is very good. The Mirror Force, you negate it, and then, or the Icarus, you go Icarus, they lose their 2 cards, the Icarus and then the Tribute, and then you lose nothing, just a Trapstun. This is a very good card. I recommend you guys try that. 2 Bottomless against anti-meta decks or something. GBs, anything that normal summons or specials 15 or higher a lot, good against that. So that's a must. 2 Compulse. Compulse is good against synchroing. Obviously, you know, they synchro, you device and then they minus. So that's really good against that. Also, you play anything like GB, Blackwing, if they try to do special or anything like that, you just bounce their stuff. Big monsters you can bounce them too. It's a good card. Soul Release is good against Mirror Match. You know, they have Flamvell Rescue Cats in Graveyard. You just remove them all, and there's not much they can do with their Rekindlings and whatnot. So this is a very good card for Mirror Match. My Body's My Shield, I said 1. Very good card against Blackwing, Icarus, GBs, if they, you know, they're always popping stuff. That's a very, very good card. So depending on what you play, it's a card to side. Very good card. Saved me a lot of times. Shield Crush, I side 2 against Mirror Match. Because I'm not gonna no woman my own stuff. Yeah, I run Spies and Nimble. If I no woman my own stuff, it's bad for me. So Shield Crush is good. It destroys it. They don't get their flips, and that's better. Like, very good card for Mirror Match. Mirror Match only, really. These empty sleeves are supposed to be 2 Jujutsu Masters. Don't have them on me right now. Let my friend borrow them, but these are really good. These are good cards. They're good against Blackwing and GB as well. Or any deck that synchros, they attack, they just bounce. There's nothing they can do about it. That card gets bounced and it's over. So those are good. 1 Random Guard. Same thing, that bounce effect is really good. High defense, and I can get it with Spy. So that's a good card. And last is 2 DD Crows. Good against Pot of Avarice. Stop that Pot of Avarice. If you play Lightsworn or Zombie, you won't play too much, but if you do, you know, you'll have that ready to go. Especially against Mirror Match. So just anything that's Flamvell, really, right now, it's Rescue Cat. It's just good, this format. It really is. Good side deck card. So I would say that. And then my synchros, really quickly, just 2 Stardust, 2 Colossal Fighter, 1 Archfiend against Mirror Match. You know, pop all their face downs. That's really good. 1 Rose, Random Mirabellum for level 7, 1 Gaia, 1 Brionic, 1 Goyle, and 1 Android. I'm going to get Catastrophe soon. I don't have one yet, but if I get one, it's going to go in there for sure. And that's all you really need, honestly, for synchros. It's good enough control. And, yeah, so that's my Flamvell Monarch. I ran Rescue Cat at Regionals and I top with it, but I changed it to Monarch instead. It's a really good build. It's a good deck. So, you know, that's, if you guys want to run something like that, you can, or Flamvell Rescue Cat's good too. But that's the deck list, and if you guys have any questions or you need help with your decks, or you want to talk about this deck or about other decks, then we can do that as well. So I will be making a video next week with updates of my binder and a couple other things too, and I'll let you guys know. So see you guys next week.